And another member of the Hispanic Latinx community is also making her voice and experiences heard. 23 ABC's JaNell Gore spoke to a Bakersfield poet who recently published her first book that reflects back on experiences growing up.
I named my book that just because it means with everything. With everything in me, I released this book.
Con Todo is the name of a poetry book by Janice Trevino, a collection of around 98 different poems she has written over the last 10 years. She did this with an overwhelming amount of support from her friends and family. Her father is one of her main supporters.
He would always tell me, you're going to write a book, and then there were times where I was going through things that I just didn't want to write about. And he'd be like, you have to write about it.
Writing through those times where it was hard or she didn't feel that a person deserved to be written about helped her heal.
I get what I felt out is there. It's on a paper. I could read it if I ever want to come back to it, but it's just not in there anymore.
Trevino's favorite poem in her book is heavily influenced by her mother and grandmother, titled No Llores.
When you're a little girl and your grandparents would tell you not to cry, like, oh, you'd scrape your knee, or they'd sit there and they'd tell you, like, not to cry. In Spanish, it's like, no llores. They'll tell you, no llores, mija. And so it's kind of just like, as an adult, like going through the things that I was going through and like telling myself, no llores, don't cry.
When the book was printed this month, Trevino describes her and her family as being overwhelmingly happy, especially her grandmother.
Oh my God, you did it.
I did it, Grandma.
Oh, wow.
She was just so happy until she burst out into tears. And just to see, the fact that my grandma could hold it in her hand and that she could read it and that, I didn't wait and I finished it in time for her to be able to enjoy it because she inspired a lot of it, it was beautiful.
In Bakersfield, JaNell Gore, 23 ABC, connecting you.
And now that her poetry book is out, Trevino is working on her second piece, which will be a fiction novel, a collection of short stories about people who have made an impact in others' lives. Con Todo is on sale right now for $20 online. You can visit our website for more details.